Oh, so I'm this video here is to cover the event planner template. So this is how you use the event planner. So what this problem solves is it allows a person to plan out the an event, like a virtual event. It could be a 5-day challenge. It could even be an in-person event. And what it allows is to make sure that all of the people that are involved with carrying out this event are on the same page and that everything is covered essentially. Now, with events, generally, no two events are exactly alike, but there are some general categories in which a person or in which all events can can have. And so, what that this is there's strategic planning. Those are kind of listed here. So you got strategic planning, leadership, event execution, logistics, sales, coordination, and then you have to analyze how well it did, and then marketing strategy of virtual challenges, right? So within here, what you have is the category is, and feel free to change these based on what your situation is. This is just a template, but it's a high level responsibility. So, for example, it'd be strategic planning, leadership, or event execution. The subcategory lets you break that down further into responsibilities like budget management or vendor management and so forth. The owner is the person or the team that's accountable for the activity. Really, it's going to be a person, right? So a person that's accountable for this activity. And then within there, you have the outcome of this activity is going to be some kind of resource or document or spreadsheet that contains the results or information on or links to that particular activity. So, for example, with the define event objectives, here's a sample where, say, the particular company goal is to increase brand awareness, to drive sales, improve customer satisfaction, build relationships with key stakeholders, and launch a new product, right? So the event objectives are they're going to do the increased brand awareness. They're going to generate 1,000 new leads, and the number of leads generated is the metric, right? For sales, they're going to close 100 new deals. The number of deals closed is the metric. Improve customer satisfaction. So you can use NPS scores or anything like that, but basically you want to have a way of measuring the satisfaction score. So that can be done through surveys. You can use something called um, NPS score, which is a way of calculating out the enthusiasm of a customer. So so it's a single question survey that you send out, and it ranges from negative to 100 to 100 or negative 10 to 10. And it gives you like a customer experience metric. So you can use, for example, this knowledge of how to create it, what the net promoter score is. I'll go ahead and link this in to this part right here so that you have a resource if you want to figure, unless you got your own. Um, and then from there, you could just go here and research, like understand how to use it. You could create a simple Google form to do that if you want, but that's generally like how one way that you can and find out how satisfied you are. Another way is how engaged are your customers with whatever it is. Let's say you closed 100 new deals. Are they engaged? So you can measure by activity. Like if it's a Facebook group or if it's a course or anything like that, you can use activity, like how much are they engaged, what percentage are actually last, have done, like watched a video or what have you, which you can get from the back end of if you have a platform like Kajabi or Lightspeed or what have you. So build relationships, or just with your Zoom, like your Zoom account can help you track that as well. So build new relationships with key stakeholders. So you want to say find 5 new partnerships, and the number of partnerships secured would be one. Launch a new product. So generate $1 million in revenue from the new product, and it's the revenue generated from that product. So this is an example. Feel free to edit this. So it could be this simple, is what I'm really saying. especially for a small company, which is what this whole infrastructure is, and all of my infrastructures are targeted for. So here's another one. It's part of strategic planning. It's about the budget. So we need to develop and evaluate that budget. You can create a spreadsheet or use this one. Feel free to adjust the categories. But here is an example of a system that allows you to do that. So let's say you have to rent the venue. It's part of marketing, it's product launch or event launch. And the plan cost, let's say it's $5,000 and the actual cost is $5,200. Well, that's we're over because you can see the minus sign, we're over by $200. So we would put over, and then the notes are just, hey, what are we doing to what's being done, or what the person that owns this, right? Who owns it? It's whoever this person is, right? What are they doing to fix this? Well, they negotiated a lower price, but catering was more expensive than expected. So it gives you the basics, right? So here, each one of these, if it's over or under, you kind of want to explain why, so that you have a data tracking for you. This will allow you to do the post event. These comments will help you find, like, analyze how well your event did and find any problems so that you can improve the event next time if you decide, right? So that's an example. So you would put whoever is in charge of this. The assigned to is if, let's say, you have an owner that's accountable, but they have a team member that's going to execute. So if you have an event like this document here, whoever's on the right here, that's who's it's assigned to. So the person responsible for creation of the deliverable, that's this. And this person reports to the owner of this activity. So over here, here's the activity, here's the owner of the activity. This person reports to this person. In this case, it's the same person because it's me. In here, you want to find out, okay, you want to set up, like with each of these, you're going to want to like identify if this is something you're going to do before the event, during, or after. That's very important. This comes from actual experience, where we botched events because we didn't have this segmented the right way. So signing the tasks, that is going to be pre-event. Regular updates, that is pre-event. And then oversee pre-event and put to post-event attendee experience. That's going to be uh, all three. So um, that's how you do that. So it'll be pre, day of, and the other one. So you can have more than one selection. Coordinate VIP support and premium services. Um, that's going to be pre-event. Uh, you're going to want to do this pre-event. And also this is during the event. Oversee virtual event platforms and resolve issues. This, you definitely want to do that before. Make sure you do a test run of your virtual event. We made a mistake like that, and it costs $100,000 is what we estimated, because we didn't have enough seats in Zoom for the attendees. So we had to go back and forth with Zoom to find out, like, hey, we need to increase our platform right now. We need to get up to a higher tier, but they were forcing us to get on a sales call with Zoom, like a sales representative instead of it was a pain. So you got to make sure that you have enough seats in like if it's a Zoom platform, you got to make sure you have enough seats, so that the people that come to attend can actually join the session. So that's a key thing. Monitor ticket sales and adjust strategies. That's going to be day of. And unless you're doing pre-sales of that, um, then that could be pre-event as well. By the way, to change the order, you just click them and they'll show up in the order that you click them in. Uh, so the post review, that's after the event. Prepare detailed event reports. That's going to be post. Then oversee event branding and promotional materials. That's before the event starts. Manage event photography, video, and collateral. Um, you're going to do that pre for anything that you're getting ready to advertise the event, and day of, when you're shooting the video for the event, right? Coordinate virtual challenge setup and engagement, that's pre-event, and then manage speaker schedules. You're going to want to do that pre-event too. So these are the ways that you can use this. If you want, you can collapse this so that you just see a higher level view. Deadline for this, all the tasks that need to be done for this, and that is the deliverable, right? Here needs to be done by or available by the particular deadline, right? And then the status is like, hey, has this been started? Um, is it blocked? Blocked means you're waiting on someone else to do something in order to be able to continue working on this, right? So that's and then any additional notes that you want to put in for basically the high level overview of this particular metric, right? Or this particular activity. So that's basically how this works. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns. Now, if you have a slightly larger team size or it's a more comprehensive event, you got, say, you know, which this is kind of designed a little bit to flex into, you're going to have automations, right? For example, you're going to have email sequences, things like that. So on a separate tab, there is an automations tab, and this would be for the automations team to set up the automations necessary in order to ensure that the automation are all tracked and up and running. So what this allows is these are in order. You got your tracking ID. This is not NEPQ, but challenges, whatever the product is, product challenges, name challenges, right? Um, you can in this, so what you want is, if it's a Zapier link or whatever it is, you want the link to the automation right here. So you would insert the Zapier link here, and then if there's any problem with this particular automation, you could just click right into it and troubleshoot it and fix it, right? So there's a trigger, hey, a new attendee registers, and the action is, which is the output, is to send email with ticket details, right? Same thing here. Your VIP selects a special request. They get a Slack or email notification as a result. So, and then there's like notes. For example, add escalation for urgent requests. Here, if you're doing automatic for the event registration, include QR code for check-in. So there's all these different things that you can do. So there's a trigger an email campaign. 30 days before the event, you send out the marketing emails and you include the promo code, right? So it tells a story, really, like post-event analysis, gather attendee feedback through automated means. So the event ends, send surveys. This is like if you're using the, say over here, you're using the NPS score, then this would automatically send that survey to attendees. And then you would link that survey to your CRM, or for insights if you're using a CRM, or you could just be tracking it, using a spreadsheet if you're a much smaller company, right? So um, logistics, you want to confirm the vendor delivery times 3 days before the event, and you want to email the vendors to make sure that they know that the event is coming up, and you're going to include a checklist for that. And then active, basically active means that the automation has been tested and it's working, right? In progress means they're building it, and pending means that there's something wrong with it, and they are updating they're troubleshooting it, right? And then in progress means that they're building it, and then disabled means that they've disabled that automation, right? So that's how that works. Feel free to adjust this. You can always put like another category here where you have a signee. It's really easy. That will let you know who's working on the automation. Probably a good idea to have that in there, and that way you can just click and assign it to someone real fast. So that's, in fact, I'll just leave that in there. Person responsible for fixing or maintaining the automation, right? So person responsible for fixing and maintaining the automations. For building, fixing, and maintaining the automation. Uh, right? And so that's how that works. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns, or if you would like a custom build. So I can come in and we can do a meeting, and then I can extract the specific needs you have, and then update this or create a completely new one based on what your needs are. I'm happy to support you in that. All right, have a nice day. Wish you well. Take care.